Hello, and welcome to the Good Info Café, where multiple intelligences meet each day. I'm JK, your Master InfoArtist chef. Today I pray. So, I don't have much, not many notes. I was going to see about just, well, I'm getting ready to go to phase 3, and I don't know if it's going to be February 7th, and I know that I have to do a longer video and touch upon about 5 important points pre-launch, right before phase 3. So I'm not sure when that's going to be. I don't think I'll be ready for February 7th because I have to actually prepare that one. I have to spend some time because it's a mission statement and the vision and background and all that. So I want to do it right. So once again, before when I said it's not always just timely. Sometimes it's benchmarks and achieving things. So I do need to achieve or make sure that to include these certain things coming up. And I'm excited about it. I just want to put it together right so it's of value when I do it. I was thinking it's funny. This is my gut git. So great Uncle Tony's guitar, and the music's from the gut git. My gut guitar, my gut git. I'm going to do a song called All Good Gifts at the end. And then, since that was a Super Bowl yesterday, I want to, I'm gonna grade the Super Bowl. I'll just give it to you. It was, I'm keeping the guitar because I'm about to play this other song. It was a D. The game was a D. And there's so much that goes on along that. I also, about, surrounding, good and bad surrounding. It's fun to get together. Family, and that's what I did enjoy that. My book that still is not, proceeds won't come to me, so if you go out and buy this, nothing will come to me. So if you can wait till I can get this available, and then I'm going to change the pen name that I use because I was working medical device sales. I was working for a corporation, and I didn't want them saying, "How could you write that book and work here?" Because I got up at 5 in the morning and wrote, and then when I got back to the hotel, because I was a 5-state territory manager, I would then write at night, because what else to do? My wife was at home with the kids, so I was sending the money home. So in here, I use a metaphor of a club to describe America, and all the countries of the world are clubs, are giant clubs in so many ways. And so my lazy eye over here, sleepy eye, I separate it into categories like a club. So it has the membership, the events calendar, origin and vision, the mission statement, that's the Constitution for U.S., who are the leaders, the directors and staff, who's not welcome, snobs are not welcome, which I put in this book, and I continue to say they're not welcome at the Good Info Cafe. Snobs are not welcome. What else did I put? Saboteurs, suckers of good energy, the smarmy, the smug, not welcome. That was a chapter on that. People are free to be dumb, but they don't have to be welcome in the club. Then the membership news, facility privileges, budget and accounting, managing the club, and club snapshot, kind of an overview, and then the final club, any other miscellaneous housekeeping stuff. So the events calendar is the second chapter. Yeah, chapter 2, events calendar. So I talk about all the events that we celebrate, and then it ends with, these major events have dominated the A Club calendar, along with other A Club events like the Super Bowl, the World Series, college basketball's March Madness, State of the Union speeches, the mini revolutions from our election cycle. Those are supposed to be when the revolutions happen, but the elections haven't been going so well, very controlled. Tax Freedom Day. At this point, when I wrote this 11 years ago, 167 days of work just to pay my taxes. In our own circle of family and friends, we freely mark birthdays, anniversaries, marriages, deaths, other milestones, and other religious spiritual observances. What other important events can you think of? What events do you think are the most popular? What events do you think should be the most popular? So that's my chapter from the A Club by J.K., but A Sinner, G-O-N, with I'm a sinner, but with God I win. So, like I said, sparse. Okay, so the Redskins. So, I mean, the Super Bowl. I gave you the grade, and then I was doing a show, and the daughter of the person who wrote "Hail to the Redskins" was the director of the show. So he got a copy of his sheet music, and he wrote to J.K. Well, you just saw my first day. Most of you know it. With my best from the composer, Barney Breeskin. Maybe it's pronounced Bernie, but it's spelled Barney Breeskin. And then the person who wrote the lyrics, Corinne Griffith, and she was married to the owner of the Redskins, Marshall, Preston Marshall, the one who started the Redskins back in Boston, and then came to... and there's a funny story about this. Maybe I can tell it. Funny story about... I'm trying to set this up so I can play it. Funny story about Preston Marshall, who owned the Redskins, was racist, and he was one of the last, if not the last, to hire African Americans in 61, 62, because Robert Kennedy and someone else, part of the government, the D.C. government, said, we're going to take away your lease at Washington Coliseum, which is where the Redskins played, and then it was renamed RFK Stadium after he was assassinated. And they said, if you don't draft African Americans, then we're going to take your lease away. So he did. He was a business guy too, because he looked at the South. The Redskins were the most southern team. Washington, D.C. was the most southern. So all the South followed the Redskins up until the 60s. And then Dallas wanted to come in, and somebody wanted to start a franchise, the Dallas Cowboys, and Marshall didn't like that. Preston Marshall, the owner of Redskins, opposed it, and the owners have to agree, so he could have halted it. So the Clint Murchison, the one who started the Cowboys, if I have his name right, bought the rights to Hail to the Redskins from Bernie Breeskin. For some reason, I didn't hear the reason, but Bernie Breeskin was frustrated with the Redskins, and so he sold it. And the guy said, okay, racist Preston Marshall, if you don't back my bid to start the Dallas Cowboys, then I'm going to keep you from playing Hail to the Redskins. And so he then Preston Marshall backed the Redskins. So a little business, a little life thing. So the lyrics, Corinne Griffith was married to Marshall, and she was the most beautiful silent screen actress. She was married 4 times, but I think with him the longest. Hey, I can't even see this. So, hail to the Redskins, hail victory. Braves on the warpath, fight for all DC. Scalp 'em, swamp 'em, we will take 'em. A big score. Read 'em, weep 'em, touchdown, we want heap more. Fight on, till you have won, sons of Washington. Rah, rah, rah. Hail to the Redskins, hail victory. Braves on the warpath, fight for all DC. So the Washington Post did a study in 2016 and asked, and came out that the majority of Native Americans are not offended. It was named the Redskins to honor them, and it's about brave warriors and, sports metaphor for war and all that kind of stuff. So if it was offensive, I wouldn't be doing it. But that from what I've heard, I know there are people who oppose it, but then there's others. The most important, I think, would be the Native Americans, and I've seen 2 studies. Now they said, oh, that's not a good study, but then the Washington Post did the same thing in 2016, and it was a majority were not offended by the name Redskins. So, and the Supreme Court did rule a case that said the Redskins that affected the Redskins. It wasn't directly the Redskins case. So, the subject, oh yeah, so the long form video, there's going to be a video that's going to be definitely longer, I'd say longer than 20 minutes, where I'm really going to set the table, set the stage, set the table at the Good Info Cafe. I'm going to set the table for phase 3. I doubt it would happen February 7th, but it could, but, so we're on the 4th. So, 4, 5, 6, 7, so that'd have to be this Thursday, I don't know. Probably not, maybe on Saturday the 9th or this weekend. That's what I'm aiming for, is the weekend. Oh yeah, the food for today is la 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 la. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ice cream. So there we have it. It's chocolate peanut butter cup. Chocolate peanut butter cup. It's been in the freezer, so I don't think it's going to fall. Chocolate peanut butter cup. Yes, there's lots of flavors. I had some vanilla in there, and the spoon is very cold. It was in there with it. So get your tea, lazy eye thing. I haven't had that before, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the vision doctor next week and get something fixed in there. And I'm glad Brent's eyes are working good. Us seasoned citizens. So, get your food. You can pause the video. So we break bread together. We have food because we also have, people don't live by food alone. And these are thoughts for food. Spiritual manna. And to explain that one again is I provide an environment, and then those who watch this to increase the chance of people getting spiritual manna using Norman's definition, which is something good that comes along unexpected that helps you. I guess if it's good, it's got to help. So something that comes along unexpectedly that helps you. So here we go. Right on for Washington, rah, rah, rah. They're one of only 3 professional football teams that have a marching band, and they were the first to have a marching band. And my eyes are killing me. All right, here we go. So I gave a D for the Super Bowl. Is there life after death? Is my QOD. Just a little quick, just a little question. Is there life after death? To define life would be that we're at some level conscious after death in heaven or HE double hockey sticks or Hades, waiting for the final judgment, or somewhere else. So is there? Because then there's some who believe it's just there's no conscious thought of us individuals. And that is quite a powerful thing to think that we would be not in existence anymore. That is something that people struggle with. So this one, don't have it all down, but whatever. It's hard to play with the guitar like this. But, so, I think I got everything. Did I get everything? La 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 la. Oh, the video's on, so I'm about to sing. We plow the fields and scatter the good seed on the land, but it is fed and watered by God's almighty hand. He sends the snow in winter, the warmth to swell the grain, the breezes and the sunshine, and soft, refreshing rain. All good gifts around us are sent from heaven above. So thank you, Lord, All Good Gifts from Godspell, Stephen Schwartz. You guys are awesome. I was feeling in a is there life after death kind of Weltschmerz kind of feeling before. Oh yeah, Margie, you're awesome. Margie got her Christian extremist equals extreme love. So no, they're Christian extremists too. Good. That's what we want. If you're thinking of buying it like Margie was, get yours. It's at spreadshirt.com. A longer video is coming up sometime this week or this weekend, and then launch phase 3. You guys are awesome. This just gave me spiritual manna. I was a little low in energy, and like I said, Weltschmerz. Look it up. It starts with a W. It's a German word, Weltschmerz. Oh, I think that's it. I'm going to do it. I think that's it. Goodbye. I think that's it. Goodbye. I think that's it. Goodbye.